Richtech Robotics, RR, is trending after announcing a collaboration with Microsoft to integrate Azure AI into its Atom service robots, enabling more advanced agentic AI capabilities such as autonomous task execution, adaptive decision making, and real time learning. Within the retail and trading community, this partnership is being viewed as a major validation event, positioning RR alongside a top tier AI platform provider and reinforcing the long term growth narrative in the rapidly converging robotics plus AI sector. The excitement is amplified by RR's elevated short interest, about 20%, and high beta, 2.06, making the stock particularly sensitive to momentum and news driven flows. With limited float dynamics and heightened speculative interest, many traders are openly discussing the potential for a gamma driven squeeze if price action accelerates into key option strikes. What options traders appear to be doing. The March 20 call chain shows heavy concentration across the $4 to $5 strikes, with meaningful positioning extending up through $8. Deep ITM calls $3 to $4. These contracts carry very high deltas, 0.82 to 0.93, indicating they behave almost like stock substitutes. This suggests bullish traders using calls for leveraged long exposure, possible synthetic stock positioning by institutions, some short sellers potentially hedging downside risk. At the money pivot, $5 strike, with the highest open interest, 17,528 contracts, and a delta of 0.66, the $5 strike is the critical battleground. This is where directional traders are placing upside bets. Gamma begins to rise sharply. A decisive move above this level could force dealers to aggressively hedge. Out of the money expansion, $6 to $8. Despite lower probabilities of expiring ITM, OTM calls show substantial open interest, especially at $8. This reflects speculative upside targeting a news driven breakout, traders positioning themselves for a volatility event, not just a grind higher. Optionality that can rapidly flip from low delta to high delta if momentum builds. What market makers are likely doing? Given the call heavy structure of the chain, market makers who sold these calls are likely short gamma. As RR moves higher, they must buy shares to hedge, especially near the $5 to $6 zone. This hedging can create a self reinforcing feedback loop. Price rises, delta increases, dealers buy more stock, price rises further. If RR pushes and holds above the $5 strike, the probability increases for a gamma squeeze, particularly with short sellers potentially adding fuel if forced to cover. Big picture takeaway? The Microsoft Azure AI partnership provides a credible long term narrative catalyst, while the option structure sets up a short term volatility and momentum play. Options traders are positioning for upside continuation, and market makers may be forced into reactive hedging if price accelerates. Combined with high short interest and beta, RR sits at the intersection of fundamental validation and mechanical market pressure, a setup traders are watching very closely.
Okay, so the stock is up 43.18%. This is Tuesday, the 27th of January, 2026. Average volume is usually 31 million. With this alone, it tells you that market makers are quite active on the stock, and we have already seen that already. And then with 136 million, it's an indication that they are very busy. They are really, really busy, and the stock easily must be one of the most active for today. Yeah. So the gain is 42.52. Yes, 43.18 now. Let's see what we have down here. Are we going to see anything here? Has it gone blank? Yeah, memory is low. Yeah. Okay. In any case, yeah, I think we might be able to be enough with what we just saw there. Might be able to might have enough data and enough information. Okay, the stock is currently liquid as well. You can see the spread between the ask and the bid is quite low. It's just 1 cent, and that's pretty okay. That's the closest you can get to what's going. I mean, that's the closest you can get to the liquidity. Let's see what we have here. Um, 701. Okay, people are betting that they might get to 701. It printed an intraday high of 5.5. Okay, some people are betting on that, and that's in line with what with some of the heavy open interest on the March 20 contracts. Let's see here. If I refresh it, whether it's going to come up with anything at all. No, nothing. Yeah. Okay. 701. For some reason, I can't even go down further. Okay. Yeah. Just see what you make of Triple R stock, and thank you very much for watching this video.